everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Shawnie and we are Glitzy Stitches Home DIY. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be participating in the Sweet But Twisted Challenge. It's hosted by my friend Connie of Connie's Creative Creations and Zaina of OK at Home DIY. I'll have both of the host and co-host links in my description box below, as well as the link to the awesome playlist. Check it out, guys. You won't be disappointed. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I am so glad you guys are here. Read the history of the candy cane. It's precious, just precious. So without further ado, let's get started. For DIY number one, what we're going to be doing is I have this wreath. Now guys, this wreath is in a rough shape. Okay, this bow was hanging off it. I picked this up at the thrift shop. This was $1.51 and I got it 75%, so it was like 45 cents. Okay, now this is the vintage velvet bow, right? I'm not going to do anything with this right now. We probably will not reuse this. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. Now guys, this is one of those thick, vintage, heavy, good wreaths. I believe it's a 12-inch. I'm going to measure that real quick. Let's see. Yeah, she's a 12-inch, and it has really thick pine on it, and it's gorgeous to work with. It's not one of the cheaper thin ones, I tell you that much right now. But when I got this, it had these pine cones, these straight up nasty pine cones all over it. They were just, not in real good shape. So I did take my heat gun and take those off, but we were left with some residue. So I am going to go ahead and pull and trim some of this residue off because we're going to be putting something different there. All right, but first of all, what I want to do is I want to put some snow on my wreath. And how I'm going to do that is with Waverly white chalk paint. My good old go-to Waverly white chalk paint. All right, guys. Kind of lay it down now a little bit. And it has two different kinds of pine. It has the fir pine and it has the spruce pine. So I'm just like, really? I've never seen a wreath quite like this. And they can be really expensive. So I was really, really happy to get it. And it white chalk paint's a little bit thick there. Okay. Grabbing this, tap this on. I'm going to go kind of heavy on this because you want to put this where it looks like snow has fallen on your wreath. Friends, so what I'm doing now is I have some fake snow that I purchased at the Dollar Tree. And if you have an spray adhesive that you could do this with, that would be even better than how I'm doing this, but I cannot find my spray adhesive for some reason. So, and I know I did not use it all. So I'm just going with some Mod Podge and I'm just tapping it on. Now this is messy, but it's so worth it because the effect, I just see this glistening and it's so pretty. And then I'm just going to sprinkle some of these, just very little, you don't need much, right on where I put that Mod Podge. Again, this is messy. I'm definitely going to need to pick up my padding and wipe it off, but I can see this just laying here glistening and it's really, really pretty. So what we're going to do now is I have these red Christmas ornaments that I purchased at the Dollar Tree, and I like these because they're the matte finish. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull the top right off of that. Now, I'm only seeing two bad spots where the pine cones lay. I like that with just the two. Let's see how it would look. You know what, guys? I'm going to leave just the two. I like it just like that. I think it looks really, really good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I have some of the candy cane candies, and I purchased these at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to be putting these on here. A couple right here, actually. These are so cool. I think I got these on sale, I think for 45 cents, guys. These were on sale for. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those right in here. I did just put a bit of hot glue on the end. And just sticking this right on the end, right like so, just like that. I think that is so pretty. Now, I made a messy bow a few weeks back, and I did not use it, and I thought it would be perfect for this wreath. So what I did is I've just taken 4 different kinds. I took 4 different kinds of ribbon, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it right at the top of our wreath, right above where the candy canes are. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue our bow on right above the candy canes, right in the center, just like so. And to finish our wreath off, I'm going to take one of the candy cane pieces. I'm going to simply add some hot glue right here, good amount so it'll stick, and place it right in the center of our bow. You can make any kind of bow you want for this. In my description box below, I have the Shawnie Bow. You could put a small Shawnie bow on here. You could do your messy bow, any type of bow you wanted. And there we have it. Our candy cane wreath is complete. I think this turned out fantastic, guys. This is so pretty. I've actually made a snowman hat in black, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be putting a little bit of a twist on this. We're going to make a candy cane hat, and this is going to be actually white. Okay, so we're going to start out by painting our charger upside down. Now, you do not need, unless you really want to paint the bottom. I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to paint the top. What I'm going to be using is Waverly white chalk paint. So I'm taking my Waverly. I'm actually using a sponge brush for this, and I'm going all the way up here, guys, all the way up to this line. Now, I'm not going to go past that line with this. This is going to take 2 coats. Of course, it's on black, so it's going to take 2 coats of our Waverly. We can just let them dry in between. Okay, just like so. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get this painted up with 2 coats of Waverly white chalk paint, and I'll be right back. So we are going to need to do just the width of your paintbrush or your sponge brush around in the center. I put my box on there, and I was seeing a little bit of black still, and I didn't like that. So our cookie container onto our charger. Okay, and I'm just painting with the white chalk paint, my first coat. Going to go over this again 2 times. Okay, friends, so we have our white hat all painted. Now I'm going to let this dry, and then we're going to start decorating it. But as you can notice here, I did put some more of the fake snow around the rim of the hat, and we're going to put a little bit on the top when we get this decorated. But I think this turned out absolutely adorable. I may put one more coat on top because I'm seeing a little bit of bleed through, and then we'll come right back and we're going to decorate this snowman hat up. So let's place this ribbon on here. Now, the ribbon I've chosen to use today is, I purchased this at Big Lots. It was $4 for a 18-foot roll, so that's not really bad. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to place this with a bit of hot glue right here. Now I'm going to sporadically place the hot glue, guys, because I will be using this and I do not want the hot glue to melt through the plastic. Now I have a larger hot glue gun, which that would be inevitable. That would definitely happen. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my SureBonder today. And I'm just going to place it like this, right along the bottom. We want this nice and straight, just like so. I'm going to turn it. Okay, I want to make sure it's sitting just right on top of this rim, right inside this rim, guys. This is super simple and it's super effective. I love these little snowman hats. Now, I haven't seen one done in the white yet. But given it's a peppermint challenge, I thought a candy cane challenge, I thought it would be just absolutely perfect to make a white one and incorporate our candy canes. So let's go right around. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this put on here and we'll be right back. And for our Shawnie Bow, what we're going to do is I'm out of rounds, so I'm going to take this little apple piece and I've just taken the top off of it because I like to have a base for my Shawnie Bows. And we've taken our strips of silver to match our ribbon, okay? We've done 4 at 8 inches, 4 at 6 inches, and then I wanted to incorporate a little bit of star bling in here. So I've done 4 at 5.5 inches. Now these are going to go more towards the center, so they won't be super prominent in the piece. And for our center, I have not decided what I want to do yet. So let's go ahead and get our pieces onto our base. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, take a little bit of hot glue just like this. Now these are our 8-inch pieces. You might want to grab your finger protectors for this, guys, or your spatula. Just like so. I make sure these are good and down, guys. My bows are just glued. They may as well be nailed on because I super glue these babies. And if I were going to have this outside at all, I would also be using some E6 or another real good bondable glue, because if the sun hits it and the elements, it's just going to make it fall apart. So you want to make sure that holds on. Okay, so we're going to go just like that. Then we're going to go directly across with another 8-inch piece. We're just going to meet those in the middle. And you might say, well, couldn't you just take a full sheet and go right across your piece? Absolutely, if you want to do it that way. I do it this way because I have control of each part of my bow. Each loop of my bow I can control like this. So that's why I do it like this, friends. But you could absolutely make one solid piece. Okay, and I just go directly across from each other on my base. Right here. And that's another thing. When you're working with bows that have a texture, you want to make sure that your texture isn't going to hinder your hold. So again, that's another reason I would use some E6000. But for time purposes today, I'm going to use our hot glue only. Okay, now wired ribbon works the best for this, but guys, you can absolutely use non-wired ribbon. I've made this bow with non-wired ribbon and it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this finished, and when we come back, I'll have a full tutorial in my description box below of my Shawnie Bow. Okay, so we actually have our bow finished. This is our Shawnie Bow. Love the way this turned out. And I don't want to put it down here. It's just too big for that. So we're going to put it on the top of our hat. But first, what we're going to do, guys, is check this out. I just came up with this idea. I'm going to put this ribbon right here. Now watch. There's a method. I have an idea, guys, because I've been figuring out, because my bow turned out so big. Okay, so I'm going to just right there. Okay, now I want to make sure, okay, I want this ribbon to go like this, because this is where we started, right? So I want it kind of twisted like so, just to have some texture to it. So I'm just going to tack this with a little bit of glue. And you might say, well, how are you supposed to get the cookies out? Guys, we're not tacking the other side. So the other side, you'll just be able to pull up on this side and open your cookies to get your cookies inside. All right, and this won't be affected. So this is what we're going to do. Just like so. I'm going to do this very carefully, guys, because I do not like glue spots. Seeing hot glue spots. All right, now, okay, that's perfect. I'm going to let it go down here a little bit. Now watch what I'm going to do with this too. I'm going to do this because I want to have room to do this. I'm going to dovetail the end of this. Okay, just like so. Let me get it even. Oh, that's beautiful. See? There we go. Now we have to have another one, right? Got to have a set. So I'm going to go ahead, guys. I'm going to get this one attached. I'm going to attach our bow to the top, and we're going to call this pretty much a finished project, but we do have one more thing to add. We're going to go ahead and we're going to place our bow on the top of our hat, just like so. And what I'm going to do, this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to take, literally, guys, I did take another row of the starred ribbon and put along the back of our base. It just made it look fuller and much, much better. Okay, I'm literally going to flood this with hot glue, guys, just like so. Okay, I'm going to find my center right there, and we are literally going to push down, and we're just going to attach our beautiful, gorgeous bow. This turned out so good. I'm super pleased with this, guys. And so what we're going to do, you want to fluff. You always got to fluff your bows. Okay, just like so. And I cannot wait to use this for cookies. All you have to do is flop the opposite side. This turned out wonderful. We have each of our flowing ribbons dovetailed. Now we have to add the star of our show. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to come back. I'm going to go get our little candy canes. For the final touch, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to incorporate our candy cane pieces. And the first thing we're going to do is I have this little candy cane like we used in our previous DIY. I'm just going to stick this right here, right on the brim of our piece. Okay, absolutely adorable. Love it. Okay, now we're simply going to take our candy cane pieces and we're going to fill them with a little bit of hot glue. We're going to put a little, just a dab of hot glue here, guys. Okay, all right, and we're going to set it right there. Just incorporate our candy canes. Kind of want to make it even here, so we want to put one like over in here. Okay, you want to hide your stems, of course. So we're going to put this right under in here, just like so. Okay, just like that. Beautiful. Looks great. We have a couple little candies here we can put on the outside. Okay. You guys know me. If you've been with me a minute, you know I like all even and such. Just like that. Oh, that's beautiful. Guys, look at that. I am so pleased with the way this has turned out. This is absolutely gorgeous. Really, really happy with that. Okay, guys. And if you like what you've seen today, go ahead and give me a great big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell next to your subscription and you'll be notified each time I upload new video. I can also be found on Instagram and Facebook at Glitzy Stitches Home DIY. And if you'd like to help support my channel by buying me a coffee, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/Shawnie. And again, go check out Connie and Zaina's channels. I'll have the links in my description box below, as well as a link to the awesome playlist. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Bye.